Howdy, I'm Lee Wilson, and this is TGO Wyoming, on the move. And today we're going to talk about camping and tents versus hammocks. So, we're having this beautiful weather lately. It's going to turn to snow next week, and that's not cool, but it's really got me thinking about how I want to camp this summer. So I have two different methods that I employ often, right? So I've got an MSR Hubba, which is a two-person tent, which is just about right for one person with their gear. And of course I have my Trek Lite hammock, which I've been using since, 2008, 2009. The thing is awesome. And I've been a big proponent of hammock camping for a long time, but it's taken me quite a few trips to really figure out a system where I can stay warm. And so I kind of want to go over a few of the pros and cons and what I'm thinking about doing this summer, right? So we'll start out with the Hubba. It is a great, relatively lightweight single-person tent, and with a good solid rain fly. It's what I used up in the Beartooth Mountains the first time that Trey Wilhelm and I went up there. You guys can look back in the video history, back to like 2011, 2012, 2010, somewhere right in there. It's way back in the history, but we had an awesome trip up there. You know, it ended up raining on us and then hailing on us and then snowing on us, and that tent just did great. We moved campsites twice. You know, it provides plenty of warmth. I've used it up in the Bighorns as well. Good tent. The downside is it's still a little bulky and it's a little heavy. And if you are intending to do really lightweight backpacking, there are other options that are better, but you know, that tent is it's really a good solid tent and it's useful. And realistically, it's not that heavy, but still, you know, ounces turn to pounds at the end of the day. And of course I have my Trek Lite hammock, which I've been using for so long, and it's just fantastic. And that's one of those things, you know, it's super compact, it's not very heavy, it's like 1.5 pounds, and it works very, very well. String it up between a couple of trees and throw a ridge line up and throw a tarp over it, and you're good to go. The downside of the hammock is that it's really hard to stay warm. It's just really difficult to stay roasty toasty in it. So through years of experimentation, different sleeping bags, I've finally come to the conclusion that a big Agnes bag that is down filled, because I love down filled stuff, and their air mattress that slips into a special pouch in the bag. It all works together. It's a box tow, not a mummy bag. Works great because that air mattress provides a little bit of form to the hammock and gives you that insulation, that loft that you need. But one of the things I'm considering doing is getting a snug pack cocoon or snug pack underquilt. And the cocoon is a little bit large. That's something that, you know, it's the size of your sleeping bag essentially, but it kind of replaces it because you place the cocoon around your hammock. And the great thing about an underquilt or, you know, this style of insulation is that you don't compress the loft. When you lay down on a sleeping bag, you're compressing the insulation that you're laying on. That's why a ground pad is so important in a sleeping bag, because you need something to insulate you from the ground. So the higher the R value, the better off it is. And in a hammock, that's incredibly important because you lose heat so quickly through the bottom of a hammock, because as air blows under it, you have 360 degrees of air circulation. As the air blows underneath the hammock, it just leaches the heat out of you so bad. So the underquilt takes care of that equation and retains the loft of the insulating material, be it down or synthetic. So that's an option I'm really seriously considering, because the hammock setup is lightweight, it is compact, it's easy to set up. Downsides, of course, are you have to have trees. If you're out in the prairie or the plains or something like that, or there just isn't, you know, the right kind of tree available, you don't have a pine or an aspen, a couple aspens, you know, to string up between, you're sleeping on the ground, and that hammock really just becomes kind of a lean-to, and you just really you use your tarp and set up that way. And there are sirens, but I have no idea where from. That's great. So the tent, though, you just flop it down and you're good to go. Downsides of the tent, of course, are the extra weight, the extra bulk, and the fact that you need to find at least somewhat level ground. With a hammock, it doesn't matter. You got 2 trees, string it up, you're good to go. But the tent, you really need the actual ground space to be able to do it and use it properly. So there are definitely pros and cons to both. If you guys want to let me know in the comment box below what you think is the best option, I'd appreciate it. And what do you use? Do you tent camp? Do you hammock camp? Do you roll out in the pop-up camper? Do you roll out in a ginormous camper, a tow behind, or what do you guys use? But I'm at work. It's time to get on with the day. It's going to be a busy, busy, busy day. I got a lot to do, so I'm going to get after it. So if you guys have found this video entertaining and or educational, let me know in the comment box below. And of course, you can always help out this channel by sharing this video on your favorite social media platform. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest videos that I'm posting. Of course, On the Moves are posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you guys have any ideas for things you want me to cover on the Move, let me know, and I'll cover it. Even if I don't know about it, I'll research it. I'll find out something, and I'll offer my opinion. So that pretty much does it. Thanks again for watching. And as always, stay safe, shoot straight, and I'll see y'all next time.